Hey guys, what's up? JackYox83 here, and today I'm bringing you guys a tournament report on my locals tournament that I went to yesterday. Thinking about doing this pretty much like every week, on like Saturday or Sunday. So yeah, probably gonna start doing that. Just basically testing for nationals because it's in 2 weeks, not next weekend, but the weekend after that. So that's pretty cool. Hoping to do well at that and stuff. And yeah, this is the deck I played today. It's Rabbit with you know, few cool cards. But yeah, so you have the 6 Dino monsters, fairly straightforward. Triple Valor. Triple Valor was okay. It would like, I don't know, the cards, I draw the card like pretty dead sometimes, and it's pretty annoying. But yeah, it's like needed. I'm thinking about playing Macro instead of Valor. That's up in the air at the moment. 3 Tour Guide, 3 Rabbit. So those are the standard, explosive cards. Just raping. For the one-offs, Sengan. Gauze and Sengan. So yeah, I decided to play Gauze because, yeah. And I also played Triple Cardcar D. So it's Cardcar D Rabbit, I guess you could say. This card, like, really nuts, really broken, in my opinion. Basically, I never really drew it dead. I drew it dead once out of seven rounds I played. 1 game out of 7 rounds really was where I had this card, and I wished it was something else. But other than that, I just drew this card, and it was pretty broken. Hardly ever got veilered, hardly got stopped. If they tried to stop it, I sometimes just lanced it, like, because it's such a good card. You want this to go off. And if they Valor it, they can't, like, it's another wasted Valor on the Rabbits or the Tour Guides, but, it's good. Really good card. You draw into your shit, and, like, it's just amazing. In my opinion. I think whoever's playing Rabbit should test that card. Triple MSC, because, yeah, MSC is good. Need to get real Rabbit and Tour Guides off and stuff. Cardcar Ds. 2 Lance, exact same reason. This card's, like, average. I didn't really liked it, but actually it performed better yesterday than it really did whenever else I was playing Rabbits. Even when I was playing Guiber, I despise Guiber, honestly. I think it's a terrible card, but, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, whoops. Polaris and Book of Moon, 5 staples. Dark Hole's like, okay, I suppose. It's getting worse and worse. As the format progresses, more floaters are popping up and all that stuff. It's terrible against Inzectors. Heavy Storm's good as always. Reborn's not the best in this deck, but, it's still pretty good. Polaris is amazing, and Book of Moon is good, so, staples. Double Boneless. The card's really good. The Boneless is really good, as standard. Fiendish Chain. I just played this because I expected to play a lot of Inzectors. I played 1 Inzector out of 7 rounds. I was pretty sad face. Like, this card's pretty terrible against other matchups, but I kind of need it for Inzectors. So, I just feel like Inzectors has a really strong player base because it's pretty cheap. Especially with Tour Guides being cheap now. Like, because with, yeah, so. Chaos Dragons and Inzectors are cheap. So, I expect a lot of Inzectors. 2 Deep Prison. This is for the Chaos Dragon matchup, because, and other, like, random matchups I ran into. But yeah, Chaos Dragon mostly. Deep Prison's actually a really good card. Amazing card. Performed really well. Double Torrential. I was playing 1 Torrential, and 1 Soul Taker. We'll go over it. But yeah, I put in 2 Torrential because I figured with Cardcar D, I activate its effect. I can set Torrential, activate its effect. Whatever they do, I'll have no monsters, I can just Torrential. Or if I do have a monster, whatever. If they like overextend, I'll just Torrential anyway. Like, Torrential's just a good card. I think it's, I wasn't playing 2, but yeah, now I am. 2 Warning and Obvious Judgment because of negation shenanigans and stuff. Extra deck I'm just going to quickly show because it's actually, like, not really good. I want a second Levier. If you have one, PM me. It's really not prepared, but yeah. Double Lagia. Might play a 3rd, but extra deck space is tight. Double Dolka. So those are the 5, like, ones you use the most. Zen mains, never went into Zen mains, never needed to. Brilliance, never went into that. Leviathan, never went into that. Probably should have once, but you know, that's alright. Utopia, never made that. Utopia Ray, never made that. I only made these 5 cards. Oh no, I made Temtempo. Temtempo is a fucking sick card. I'll explain that later though. But yeah, I played Melody for some reason. Well, that's yeah, okay. Missouri's I'm in the. I made him as well actually. So these 2 in the 5. Catastar made that. Stardust didn't make it. Photon Palpitative didn't make it. So it's a pretty shitty extra deck, and yeah. But you know, it'll get better. I need Maestroke and Gemite Pearl and all that good stuff. So I have my matchups written down to tell you all in that shit. Basically played against Agents first round, got paired on the last table, and it was a quick 2-0. Evols next round, same thing, quick 2-0 because basically Rabbit's like Evols is like a worse version of Rabbit basically, so it's unfortunate for them to play Rabbit, but you know, that's what you get. Played like Chaos Agents with like Mystic Tomatoes and Nova Masters, and I won 2-0, but it was really a long game because in the first game I had a double Lagia Levier on board, and I was like controlling. He somehow managed to keep hand advantage. I don't know how, but I was just beating him down. So yeah, I'll just get this off. I was just beating him down, like, so I had this on board. One of the Lagias had negations. I was just beating him down. He was on 47. I had the Solar Morning set, so I'm just like, okay, he had something in defense as well. So I attacked with Levia in the defense monster. And then Lagia, I'm like, okay, if he has Gauze, I can just still push for game. So I attack with Lagia, the one with negations, and he battle faders. And I instantly flip the warning because I'm just like, yep, I still got game, you know. And so here, he's like, okay. And then he drops Gauze. I mean, I don't know, like, it was really, I was completely thrown off by that, and it just kind of pissed me off, but I still won 2-0 anyway, but, you know, it was, he had, like, a lot of outs of my shit, and it was really, like, top-decking, like, all the god cards, like Reborn, Torrential when I had a Rabbit, you know, all the stuff he needed, he would just draw, and it was pretty annoying, but oh well. Next I played Heroes, 2-0'd Heroes, but, like, again, just drew outs, like, so much outs. It was crap. I hardly drew any monsters. And if I drew a monster, he always had an out to it. Like, no doubt. You know, like, once he had 3 back rows, and I had a Rabbit in Grave, a Rabbit in Hand, and a Lance. And I'm just like, okay, well, he doesn't have a monster face up, so he can't Gemini Spark. He doesn't have he doesn't have an Alias in Grave, so he can't Hero Blast me. He can't Super Poly me. I'm pretty sure I can get a Rabbit off somehow. So, I go summon Rabbit. He goes Solemn Warning. I'm just like, that's cool. And then I'm like Reborn Rabbit. And then is that how it worked? Yeah. Reborn Rabbit. And before I get up my vanillas, he Torrentials, and I'm just like, well, okay, I'll Lance that. And then I activated Rabbit's effect. And I got out my 2 Carbazools. I'm just like, yeah, this is going great. And then he compulsories my Carbazool. And I was really sad. really sad. Just not happy. But, you know, it was, yeah, he misplayed a lot. Quite a bit. Round 5, Insectors. I 2-1'd Insectors. Because, game 1, he opened Nuts. Like, he opened all his, you know, power cards, like Centipede, Fly, all that shit. I opened Negations, but I couldn't negate enough of his stuff before he eventually just... this entire match against Insectors, I never got a rabbit playoff. He never got a Dragonfly playoff, so it was kind of weird, but, you know, anyway. So then game 2, it was like a quick game. I eventually had to make a full price Stalker, and then I just stalled behind that with like Lance and shit, Judgment, you know, everything pretty much. But yeah, I could not get Rabbit. I couldn't get the bunny to pop out 2 babies or whatever, you know, what you want to say about it. But I couldn't do that. Game 3, I eventually like simplified the game state, and I got up to like a +5 in advantage because of Cardcar D. That card is fucking insane. And then I summoned Kaiku. He had to warning it. He had to, like, there's nothing else he could do against it, and it was too threatening. And then I summoned Tour Guide into 10 tempo, killed his Zen mains, and just attacked the game with 27 attack. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So yeah, then top 8, I played Evols again, same guys, round 2, another quick duo. GBs I played, in top 4 I played GBs. This is the most retarded game I've played this format, to be honest. I was getting really pissed off, and, you know, still, like, while playing, it was just really annoying. I mean, it was so frustrating playing GBs, like, him having, like, shit to do against me, like, all the time. It was a retarded 2-1, I believe it was, yeah. He mained 2 Chain Disappearance, and he activated Chain Disappearance on my Dragonfly. So I was pretty thrown off, a little bit thrown off by that. I lanced it, of course, because I'm cool, and then just +1, so that was awesome. The next thing was, I attacked into a face down, thinking it was going to be a Hoplomous. I attacked with, like, no, sorry, I didn't do that. I was on low life points, this was game 1. I was on low life points, and I had a Gauze in hand, so I'm just like, yeah, I actually could, like, win this, I could come back. It was like a 2-2, you know, he had 2 cards, I had 2 cards. He had 1 face down monster, he draws, sets a spell trap, flips Morphing Jar. Summons a monster, attacks the game. And I'm just like, oh, what? It was, I don't know, it was really, I was really annoyed at that. But, you know, what are you going to do? That happens. And basically game 3, he misplayed. So, go me. Yeah. And then, in top 2, I split with the Inzektor player that I played in round 5. So, I went EXO throughout the whole day. These are my final thoughts on the deck and shit. Yeah, I went EXO. Cardcar D is great. Very good. Sick. You should consider playing it if you're playing Rabbits. Kaiku is very good. Better than expected. Both of those cards are actually better than expected. They were better tournament-wise than when I was testing. D-Prison, again, better tournament-wise than when I was testing. Great card. Salt Taker is complete ass. Just, no. And Vela is fairly average. So, definitely contemplating playing Macro. I'm not sure, but yeah, Cardcar D is really good, actually. Really good in this deck. So, yeah. I would suggest picking them up now before, like, eventually they'll be good. Like, everyone knows eventually, like, at some point, Cardcar D is going to be a really good card, like Duality, and it's just, you know, you might as well, but just pick them up. But, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe, please thumbs up, and all that stuff. Stay tuned for more videos. I will be posting soon, and peace out till next time.